LFM shit. This that LFM shit. Yeah. Money and loads, been in that mode. We reached all the heights. I stick to the code, it never get old. I got it all right. Yeah. I don't want no dark, no, I don't want no clear. No, just bring me all the Sprite. You should know that Sprite with the lean. And I got me a bag. My team got a bag, so we gon' ball tonight. We get it in, Might go give me a Benz. Wake up and say fuck a friend. I make the ends, come and meet up again. Did it again and again. We get them nights up. No, we don't talk much, that's not us. But we gon' talk for it. That what that Glock for, we gon' spark some. Run up a check and I go. Run up a check and got goals, this is what I keep saying. I've been trying to save his soul, but he finna have to go. That nigga playing. I ain't made it out together. And all the niggas do a hustle. And I ain't playing no more.
You know you're here with the Velvet Vibes. You was just hearing the nice tunes of the LFM way. Zell Holland, Zell Diego, you already know how they get down. Shout out to y'all. Gonna get ready to get right to these top 5 comments that we got coming up. First off, I do want to let y'all know, as we always let y'all know, if you fucking with us, you definitely need to be in the Velvet Vibes Pimpcast group. That's where you get to hear all this good shit that we talk about, these top 5 comments, baby. But before we get to it, let me see what else y'all need to hear. Good news that we keep coming up. Hey, we got coming soon, Velvet Vibes cartoon. You know we doing it that way. You know you can go ahead and say something that they need to hear. Woo! Like Ric Flair would say, baby. Well, let's go and get to this shit.
Top 5 comments, baby. I got the top 5 comments, baby. Top 5 comments, baby. Top 5 comments, baby. Top 5 comments, baby.
Whoa, you know how we rocking with those top 5 comments. Coming in at number 5 here, a gentleman by the name of Jonathan B. And Lanopoly's gonna bring that to you. Matter of fact, let's make sure Lanopoly gets introduced properly. I ain't heard no horns this morning. Lanopoly, put your hand in the air.
It's up there.
Put it way up there.
It's there.
What just happened? In this thing with the Velvet Jugganaut, like we always do, bringing it to you real peacefully. What did Jonathan B say that got this gentleman in the top 5 comments? What was the post and what brought him in at number 5?
Okay, so we had a post. It was a video about how to eject yourself from a bad relationship, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know, Velvet asked the question, how's your cutoff game? So Jonathan B, his answer was, my cutoff game is so extreme. I'll cut you off, and just so you don't forget, I'll remind you the next year on the same day, like a cutoff anniversary.
Whoa. Whoa. So hold on. He's trying to give them a cutoff anniversary?
Yeah.
Jonathan B, first off, we got to definitely give you a shout out for that because, matter of fact, I'm going to just go ahead and give you a bum because it's required. There's so many motherfuckers out here in a situation that they not let nobody know what it really is. So, you know, that is a way to definitely know what it is. We done? And then on the 2nd next year of January, you give them a contact. Oh, don't forget. We done, bitch.
Yeah, he didn't want to get those texts saying, hey, big head, how you been? Merry Christmas. He doesn't want none of that stuff.
He's killing all that.
Yeah.
Hey, if Khaled's securing the bag, this guy's definitely securing the relationship. This is the first time I might have to take notes from the fans. I'm going to have to let everybody know from the past, it's still over. I know you knew it was over, but just a little reminder, it's still over. It didn't restart. We don't have a little anniversary and rekindle our services. It's over. Hey, Shout out to Jonathan B for bringing that fire. Then we have here some more fire for us. Coming in at number 4. Some of the crazy shit. Oh. My guy, Philip. Let me see what Philip put. Philip, we had a question about who was a better dancer. Mm-hmm. Will Smith. I want y'all to soak on that listeners. And I want you to think about the Getting Jiggy With It video. When I'm saying Will Smith, think about Getting Jiggy With It video. Or Puff Daddy. I want you to think about all the videos.
I'm thinking about Fresh Prince when he did that dance with Carlton. That dun, 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 dun.
Jump on it. Hey, he was wilding out on there too. But yeah. So it looks like Will Smith does have other references for his dance moves.
I think there was like some stage dancing in Wild Wild West too. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was like some choreography going on in there. So I don't know.
You remember "There Comes the Men in Black," and him and the alien was doing that dance.
Wow. I think we gotta watch this at some point.
You know what? I'm gonna watch Fresh Prince and Men in Black today. No, the video, just the music video. But Philip, his comparison, Philip Bookham Dano Smith, you know how you get down. Shout out to you, my guy. He said, this is like asking who is better at making speeches, Boomhauer or Carl from Sling Blade. Oh, I was dead because, you know.
I mean, but Boomhauer stays ready, though. He be ready to talk.
But Boomhauer do be like, if you compare both of them, what is he, Boomhauer?
What does he sound like?
He say, what a dang gonna do, what a dang gonna go out there and just, dang gonna get in the car and just, what's
a Sling Blade? What's Sling Blade doing?
Then Sling Blade would say, I reckon you can give me some of those biscuits and mustard. Mm-hmm. I'll take some of the big ones there.
That was on point. That was good.
Hey, so if you compare both of that style of talking, that's just crazy. So, Philip, I gotta let you know, when we put a LOL in a situation like this LOL is pure genuine. I was laughing for real. I wasn't just typing. Hey, and then coming in at number 4. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to get my sound effects. Mm-hmm. Number 3, actually. This is a sound effect that's definitely needed here. So we was like, drop the initials of the ex that you shouldn't have fucked with. And they just,
I saw you went a little ham in there, but we're gonna just go to the...
I got emotional. Sometimes I get emotional. I don't do a lot of venting on Facebook, but from time to time, I just let it out. But somebody went beyond me. I thought I went in and I don't want to repeat my comments. Just join the group. But Kev Brown.
I think there's gonna be some bleeps coming. I remember this.
I know. I promise. I just read into this. He put fuck initials. I'll put her name. Her name is dumbass thought with her broke ass dude that doesn't have a car or place, so bums shit off of her. Oh my god, Kev. I know this post on Facebook might have took you to a dark place. It might have took you to a place that made you think about things you shouldn't think about.
Finish him!
Well, we don't want to do that. We want to think about gospel services. Kev Brown, you get out there and you look at your car and you blow it a kiss and you wink your eye at it and you say, baby, 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 like TLC, because I've got so much love for you. Kev, you know what you're getting. A goddamn bum. And we make ourselves down to number 2. I love these comments. I love when people do this. The comment is so simple. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you, this comment is 4 words. That's all. But I fell off my desk at work. I dropped in my cubicle out of the clear blue sky. We posted up there. If you are single, why are you single? If you're in a relationship, why are you in a relationship? A gentleman coming in at number 2 had no time for the games. my boy, Taurus McLaurin. I'm giving him a bomb in advance. Where's that bomb in advance? Where's that other bomb in advance? Taurus McLaurin said, because I'm ugly as fuck.
Oh, and that's it? I was waiting for the rest.
That's it. Oh my God. I was like, what is he doing? Taurus, I know he's a confident man. He speaks of confidence. But even when I saw this, I was dead. I was like, oh my God. Some people wrote speeches about this. He put, because I'm ugly as fuck. And I said, for some reason, I'm going to click the screenshot button. But then it goes to an even more chaotic place where we need a little of, matter of fact, I think you need a little more theme music for this number one.
I sip the drink till it's gone. I re-up there and sip some more. I might take a trip with your hoe. You ain't trip on it cause you ain't know. Diego, he just got the juice. Who let that boy on the booth? That nigga the truth. Who let the kid on the loose? They thinking I'm working for Nike. The truth.
You better know what's finna happen at this number one comment that we have here. Number one comment is, I want to say, this is some of the craziest shit I have ever heard in all of my life. I am 32 years old. Hold on. Something just happened again.
Nigga knew we're getting it, yeah. Ran the streets, ran the trenches. Came up on them niggas. Then I found them.
You're not ready for what you're about to hear. Mr. James Trotter. We were doing a little game in the comments that will inbox you a question. And you get to answer this question in the comments. I inboxed Mr. James Trotter. What is the worst sexual experience you have had? I put, place your confessions in the comments. He put, the worst was the girl who didn't like me freestyling during sex. He put, come on, girl. The ones before you loved it. Go fuck a country guy or something. Now, Lenopoly, I see you're at the edge of your seat. I need you to speak on this before I get on it.
I have no speaking on it. I just have a bunch of questions, and hopefully you got the answers. Or we need to call this guy, but...
I don't even think Sway has the answers to this.
But why? He's freestyling, like, rapping?
You know what? Me and him were in the comments, and even somebody... It's confirmed. He was freestyle rapping. Now, I've even heard of people having conversations in sex. I always thought that was weird. When they're just having sex, asking, how was your day at work? And they're still having sex. But this man, he said, let's take it to another level. This motherfucker's rapping.
I remember when you mentioned before that Common freestyles, like when he's in the car and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I thought that was weird. Mm-hmm. Like, so...
Just walking around freestyling.
Yeah, just freestyling all the time and stuff. And so, if he's freestyling, like, if I thought that was weird, this is, like, beyond. Like, no words.
James, hold on. First off, I don't think you got enough guns. If Rick Ross was here, he'd tell you one thing. And he'd tell you again. And he'd tell you another time. Mr. Trotter, this is absurd. Like, this dude is, and the thing about it, he's really tripping that the girl, he's not even tripping on what he's doing. He's like, this girl ain't down for me rapping while we're having sex. You're supposed to. And so apparently, and we'll find out. I'm gonna do some research on this. I think he does this with everybody. Because he said, come on, girl, the ones before you loved it. Now, Lenopoly, if there was a little freestyle battle going on during intercourse, what would be your response?
Y'all could, I would either turn the music up if possible, or it's stopping, because I would be distracted. That's like a distraction. There's things you can work through, and then there's things like, okay.
Would you be like, nice bars?
No, I wouldn't say that. But
Oh my god.
yeah, that's so. I can't even imagine that happening.
Yeah, I'm very shocked, and I don't know what to do.
Because if the wrong song comes on, if music is playing, and the wrong song comes on, I'm instantly out of the moment then.
Yeah. Let alone the rap.
Yeah, let alone it's a live concert. Like,
He might be beating on your butt.
right into the beat.
You like that? Yeah, baby. Did I hit the spot? Is that the spot? Hit it on the left side. Hit it on the right side.
Wow.
You know what? That just turned me on.
Right foot, left stuff.
Yeah, that just got me in the mood. James, you might have a point. I'm gonna get ready to have a little rapid intercourse. So we're gonna get right to the episode. We got a good episode for you guys today. I know all of y'all are very concerned about the new R. Kelly song. We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna talk about it. I know y'all are concerned about a lot of things that's going on with Charlemagne and all this good stuff. Oh, you know, we gonna talk about it. And as you know, I'm on fire.
He's on fire!
They don't have to tell you. I'm on fire.
He's on fire!
We're on fire. Let's get busy. Let's go ahead and bring the cast up here. Keep it pimping. You know how we do it.
You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to the Pimpcast. Ooh, we done stepped in the room. Slide me the microphone, the game is through. Hold up something, yeah, you knew. The mink is purple, got the move. To all the listeners in the tribe, we're about to have some velvet vibes. In the house, Jim on the ride. Reach over and pull that wide. Now we gon' drop it on your mind. Don't let nothing or nobody steal the vibe. Velvet Vibes is the one that you can't pass. If you ain't know, the Pimpcast on your ass. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to a Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to me, but who's it till all we got sick of, who's it? Woo! Hey!
You might have thought you were listening to a podcast, but you listening to a Pimpcast. You better know how we do things in here. You here with the motherfucking Velvet Vibes Pimpcast squad in here. You know how we do it with the Velvet Jugganaut.
You know what's the motherfucking Jugganaut?
You know I'm in here, baby. And we here with the one, the only Lenapoli. What's going on, girl?
Good stuff.
Tell me something good. Tell me something good.
That was it.
Well, you know what we got today? Good stuff. And when she says it's time for good stuff, it's time for... Damn it. You know what's going on in this motherfucker here. You're here with the Velvet Vibes Pimpcast, as we already stated. We got somebody in here. You might have heard of him. He calls himself the Wild Chat.
Wild child.
Anything?
That's why I'm not dangerous.
That concerns me already. And then we have a guy. Sometimes he wants to just finish her. Sometimes he wants friendship. But we call him the Scorpion King. You know he has to tell him too.
Get over here!
Hey, you know what's good? We're gonna dive right into the shit. You know we don't play too much around here.
You know what? For the Scorpion King, we should call it Friendisher. Like a friendship and a finisher.
Yeah.
Friendisher.
Wow.
I could do some fatality.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
What's happening?
Bring my cutoff game after the vote.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
discuss this.
Yeah, I'm a little intrigued. I ain't gonna lie.
So,
I'm interested.
I'm gonna bring my cutoff game, bitch.
so why is it time to cut somebody off? K Camp said it ain't nothing to cut that bitch.
Hey.
What is it, my guy?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm the man. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sounds like some player hating.
It's more than that. Like kids say, they throwing dirt on my name.
Oh my god.
As Gail said, if the shoe fits, wear it. No, I'm playing.
Does
Shit
the
don't fit, goddammit. I feel you, boy. Shit don't fit, goddammit.
do the shit fit
My shit's big.
for this?
Oh.
Hold on. It's a little early, but
Yeah, I'm liking that. I am liking that.
I like the sounds of that already too myself.
I'm feeling that. Got me all nice and warm and toasty around here. Yeah, I'm feeling that right there.
Hold on. You said you were feeling warm and what?
Toasty.
You know how we do it. No, so all you listeners out there, you already know what's good. You're already tuning in, so you're doing the right thing. We're finna get right on into this. If all of y'all checked it out already, R. Kelly has released a statement in the form of a song.
19 minutes on.
19 minutes.
Yeah.
He had to put it out there. He's had enough.
Yeah, like I say.
There's a whole lot of allegations that's been floating around for a long time.
You know what, though? I don't blame him, you know, because, like you said, it's been going on for years and years and years. So he decided to put in a song to express his feelings. He tired of all these folks downing him, talking about him in a bad way. You know, like he said, don't try to compare his music with his lifestyle. That's totally different.
You know what I find crazy? That we like 50 Shades of Grey, but we hear about R. Kelly doing some stuff and we're like, oh no, that's not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hear a lot about, not about the age stuff. They're like, oh, he has him doing this and doing that. And it's like, well, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
The actions could be, resemble a movie that people kind of know and grown on and they enjoy watching, being indoor with it. So,
I'm glad. I'm like a lot. I just heard about this, and I'm actually glad he put it out there. Just to get, what better way is to do what you love, and on top of doing what you love,
Clean your name.
getting it out the way. Whatever was said about him, and then how it was said, or whatever, he put it in something that he loved to do, and I enjoyed the song. I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed the song.
And it was banging, yeah.
All 19 minutes of it. I watched the song. Yeah, I listened to it. Yeah, it was good.
He went all the way. Definitely gotta give credit for that. Like, he went all the way with it. It was quality music and stuff that I didn't know. Cause there've been a rumor of,
I didn't know myself.
yeah, it's been a rumor about him that, you know, for a long time that he can't read.
Right.
And I used to always say, if he can't read, first off, that's gonna make me more impressed because I'm gonna wonder how he writes music. But he addressed that even. Like, to those minor details, because he said he has dyslexia.
Right.
And that's crazy because R. Kelly, is safe to say R. Kelly's a legend. Like, R. Kelly's been around. And the thing about it, a lot of people like him for a lot of different reasons.
Right.
Some people may follow the music that makes you want to pull your clothes off.
That's right.
That's
the one I follow.
yeah, those are the ones I like. But then some may follow Step in the Name of Love, Fiesta, you know, some of that. I Wish, Happy People.
There you go.
You know, there's that other side of them, you know, that you can get jiggy with. But the thing is, like, it's crazy because I'm not saying he's innocent. I wouldn't know that. But I am saying it's crazy that we can't separate the actions that people do from the music.
Which is what he said. I mean, He didn't say he was innocent in his 19 song at all. At all. He admitted to the song. He was like, I admit it. What he did, he admitted to.
And he did. He made sure the way he said it, he didn't say it like they are 12 and 13-year-olds that we talk about. Like, I think at one point he said he likes younger women, but not children. You know what I'm saying? And there's a huge difference there, you know? So people are making like he's hanging out at the daycare. Not to mention, he said what Monopoly has stated before, and I kind of thought, or kind of wondered, is he just hanging out, you know, lurking around these females, or are the parents bringing them?
I mean,
You know, the parents bringing them over there.
He said in the song, that the parents is bringing them. He blamed the parents.
Yeah, because he said that's the only way he got caught up is because of the simple fact that they were bringing him around, or they were bringing their children around him.
Yeah. Trying to get the check.
Trying to get the check.
And that parent is trash as well.
The parents trying to get them on the easy way so they can get a check. You know, because they know R. Kelly. They introducing their child to R. Kelly.
And too, when I actually saw the video, I was like, if he was actually kidnapping teenagers and stuff like that, and had them at his house, like all the parents have to do is say, "Hey, police, we're gonna go over there and pick up my kid because my kid is underage." You know, if they're underage, the police will assist you. Like, but if they're over 18 or whatever it is for your state, 17 for some, like they're not gonna assist you because that's an adult now. So obviously, it's not kids over there. Like, to me, like that's just simple.
A big difference.
I don't care what nobody say. Chaos, Scorpion King down with you, bro.
Monopoly too. I'm here for you.
It looked like the whole squad, because the crazy thing is, I think a lot of people, we ain't gonna be the only one cover this week, of course. A lot of people are gonna cover this, but I think most people are gonna cover this from the opposite perspective.
They want to see them behind bars, man. I've been hearing it a lot, even on the radio, TV stations, and all this stuff. They want to see them locked up behind bars because of all this stuff.
He said at one point he was staying in the Homewood Suites.
Yep, I didn't know that.
I'm like, you know, I've been down that road. I'm like, you staying at a hotel, like this is, you know, this ain't Bob from down the street that just left his job. This is, you know, this is a music legend staying at the little hotel with paying his weekly pay, hoping he could pay that. The last M's, he said he borrowed a few M's from the label. You know,
because like, you know, yeah, he's a legend, but how they said when Michael Jackson passed, that he was like going bankrupt or on his way, or he had been bankrupt before, or he was on his way to bankrupt. He never which
is crazy to me in regards to like people putting out so many hit songs, like platinum, double platinum, whatever the hot scale is.
Paperwork, man.
Yeah.
Paperwork rules it all. I don't care what you paint. I don't care what you sing, what movie you play in. You sign them papers. Certain paperwork. It's crazy because the world is so dirty that somebody will look you right in your eye, hand you some dirty ass paperwork, and you give it to a man with dyslexia that barely can read, and he signs it. And I'm sure he, you know, owns his recent stuff. But he don't own, well, hell, he just said, I don't own my music, so he probably don't own nothing, the way he said it. So, he doesn't own anything from Seems Like You're Ready to Download and stuff. Like, you know, Prince left and he owned all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Then we got people like him that have all these classics, and it's just like, in somebody else's hands. It's just something cool that you did.
Somebody else getting paid off of yo talent.
Ridiculous. And see, and here's my thing too. Say he did do the things he did. Everybody sitting here at the table can clearly say we don't fuck with that. You know, we're not rolling with nothing like that. But at the same time, if somebody makes hits, when Michael Jackson, when it was happening to him, it was kind of looking like he did. Right. Do the things they were saying. First it was like, oh, they're just hating on Michael Jackson. Then it started looking like, I don't know, you know. I didn't touch those, man. If we just have sleepovers and drink milk or something, he said. And I was like, whoa. But at the same time, I was like, do you remember the time? See, you have to be able to separate the two. You know what I'm saying?
it's harder.
I think if somebody does something like this, racist or something like that, I may not be able to fuck with it. But for the most part, Fabulous just, he hit his female. He had a domestic dispute and supposedly he punched her teeth out her mouth. Then he went on, I think he's on tour right now. Shows are selling out. He's not having a problem. He's not having any problems that make people say, hey, we don't mess with that. I know this is different, but that's not cool either. A lot of things that people do are not cool. And I'm not saying make it sounds like it's okay. But the thing is, like, when people do stuff, when you have hit music, I think a lot of people feel the need to make it sound like I don't fuck with that. That doesn't attach you to that situation. If you walk in my house and you hear me listening down low, you can't look at me and say, oh, you like kids? No. I like this song. It's a good song. Yeah, yeah, it could be a lot of things. Or it could be, I like this song. You know what I'm saying? It's just...
But is it though?
Yeah, it is. I like this song.
Everybody draw their own opinion pretty much.
Yeah.
On what you do, actions, and all that extra stuff. But really don't know the truth.
Exactly.
Nobody really knows the truth until you tell them, and then even at that point they still say, hey, do you think I'm telling the truth or not?
Everybody got that person in their family that they be like, hey, cousin Tyrone is here. Don't leave the kids out there. Tell the kids to come in the house. Like everybody, this happens on a personal level to a lot of people. So to be honest, I really believe that people try to make it clear that they don't do certain things, like I said, because they don't want to attach themselves to it. So just like, okay, everybody does it, especially men, mainly men. If we're talking about a domestic situation, the first thing we say is, I don't condone that. Like if they say, hey, like when Fabulous happened, first thing people say was, people said Fabulous, report says that Fabulous hit his girl. I do not condone of that. This and that. Like, you feel the need to make where you stand clear.
No, I don't. I'm like, what she do?
Yep.
Oh my God. What did she do? I mean, obviously, you never heard about this in any other news until now.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that he's not a woman hit or anything like that. Whatever. Nobody knows the history. What I'm saying is that we don't know really.
People react differently depending on who it is. When it happened with Zero, the first thing people said, that woman must have did something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that was just like not running with. That was like, Zero would never do that.
Right.
That girl, what'd she do? It was that same question. What'd she do?
Right.
But then with Kels, that was like, he messed with kids. That was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So this is why I like to say there's your version, their version, and the truth, which nobody ever knows.
3 sides to every every story.
Every time.
Your version, their version, and the truth.
So it's never nothing that anybody can say. That's why I always take people's word for whatever they say. If you was like, yeah, I just went skydiving yesterday. I'm like, oh shoot, how far did you jump? Was it 30,000 feet? Like, what you start at? Like,
Till they prove you otherwise.
Until it's proven otherwise. Like, you just gotta go. I mean, if they lying, they lying. If it's not true, we'll just say not true. Lying just sounds so bad. If it's not true, then it's not true. Then it'll work itself out.
So check this out. Just how the same thing we were saying about and this is where it's gonna get a little deeper.
Okay.
It's gonna get a little deeper. Like, have you heard what was going on with Charlemagne?
No.
So Charlemagne from Breakfast Club. Yeah. So you just didn't hear the situation that's going on. Okay, Charlemagne was discussing dropping Spanish Fly in young ladies' beverages when he was younger. And this, if you're familiar with Spanish Fly,
No, I'm not.
it's a good thing that you're not. That say you a classic man. Go on and give me a fist bump real quick. That say you a classic man. So Spanish Fly, basically, people put it in a female's beverage, and it supposedly get them in the mood. It don't make them drunk, high, or anything like that, but supposedly it makes them get in the mood. But yeah, for it to do activities. Now those activities probably was going to happen anyway. Who knows? I don't know. you know, but the fact that he did that and he spoke about it on his podcast, now people are coming for him on that. But to be honest, a lot of people let it slide. It like this, he did this episode, I think, a year ago, but people dug it up, they found it, and they've hidden him with these charges that he's a naughty man, just like they did Bill Cosby.
Yep.
Just like, you know, with Kelly, they've been on him for years. But Bill Cosby, they said this happened in the 70s or some shit, you know,
Right.
or whatever. Now with Charlemagne, he's saying he did this years ago. And in my opinion, I just say he should have never brought it up. Of course, he shouldn't have never did it, but he brought it up on his podcast, and he has a show on HBO that he was working on. They're talking about possibly pulling the show or pulling out of doing the show. But the crazy thing, the girl is coming out after him in a legal way, but nobody else is coming at him like as far as pulling him off or anything. And this is where I show like what I'm saying, like favoritism. Now, how we said Michael Jackson, people said those things, nothing really happened. Kelly, they like, this man's in a home with suites and everything else. Like, he fucked up. He just touring. He ain't even touring out of passion. He touring it because he have to. Ain't nothing. I see some intriguing stuff going on in our group. Ain't nothing happened to him at all for what he did. Now, here's my question to the gentleman of the room. Now, this is what they were discussing. We're going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it in a way more tactful manner. People, what Charlemagne was saying is what women don't know. Women don't know that men are raised in a terrible way. As far as what I'm saying is what your uncles told you. Everybody be honest here and think about what I'm saying. What your uncles, your grandpa, your older cousins. Let's be honest. Did our uncles, grandpas, and cousins not tell us some creepy shit that's really not okay? It's really not okay.
Yeah.
Like, I see y'all ain't familiar with Spanish Fly. I have heard, like, I can honestly say I've had people older than me tell me, like, yo, what you want to do is do this, and etc. Luckily, I never acted on these things, but we're raised this way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think everybody tried to give somebody some type of advice along the way. I don't care who.
Terrible advice.
Brother, cousin, auntie, nephew, uncles. Somebody gave you some advice down the way that you probably took, and it probably was good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. That's the thing about when you live and you learn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like everything in regards to experiences make you, and they can make you and or break you.
Mm.
In the situation of R. Kelly, I mean, of course, obviously it took him a long time to do this. So I feel like in the event that he did this, I feel like he's finally trying to.
And nothing probably ain't gonna change.
Yeah, not saying it's gonna change.
Sad world.
At least owning up to his career and his actions in his career, on the stage and off the stage.
Mm.
So, yeah, I think it's a tool that, in regards to anybody, they can take from this.
Yeah.
And say, hey, better late than never. Which is one of those things too.
So check this out though. Have you or have you not? Because this is the meat of what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Have you or have you not heard, as far as the advice like you were mentioning, had people tell you terrible ways to get women? Because this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We just gonna tell it for real, like 1,000%. Let's be honest. Because I'll tell you, my grandpa used to tell me when I was younger, like I would leave, he'll be like, "What are you doing?" I'll be like, "I'm finna ride my bike." I'll go ride my bike and I'll come back and he'll be like, "Did you see any girls?" I'll be like, "No, I was just riding my bike." That's all I was thinking about. I was just riding my bike. I wasn't worried about that. And he'll be like, he'll pull me aside and he'll be like, "Look, if you see any girls, take them in the bushes." Take them in the bushes.
This was your grandpa?
Yeah, my grandpa told me, take the women in the bushes and go ahead and, I ain't gonna tell your mom and I ain't gonna tell your grandma. He was like, sometime you gotta get this out your system. I think I was like 10, maybe. It's probably like 10 years old. He was like, it's time for you to start having sex. So.
I guess so.
And I know, and see the whole point of me bringing this up, like times have changed. So.
I think it's just the time section. It's also that country life. Being
Some Mississippi shit
I'm not gonna say just strictly Mississippi, but country.
down that way. Yeah.
Even in Texas, like in little small towns, like I'm sure that's still going on.
My God.
Because there's nothing else to do. Like, what else were you doing?
Yeah.
You just riding your bike in a circle, up the street, down the street, back.
He said it's time for some sex.
Like, you're wasting your life out here. But,
that. So, we had talked about this in our Facebook group, and I'm gonna start with Monopoly here because I want everybody to address this. Everybody's done it, but how okay is it? Is it okay to have sex while you're drunk? Is it okay? Because some people say this. They say if you have sex when you're drunk, it's rape right off the bat, period. And then some people say that, it depends on what's going on, the situation and stuff like that. We'll just start off, is it okay, period, and then we can pull from that.
I think it's let's just say, I'm trying to think of like how to say this. Like, I think it's 7 out of 10. The 7 is okay. 7 out of 10 is okay.
There's 3% or 3 times once.
Yeah, 3 times one's not okay. So.
Tell me a little more about this. I don't know because before we get to the men, because it's really important that we hear this from a woman.
That's very true. I agree.
Like, where's the line on this?
I guess because I'm just speaking personally.
Mm-hmm.
That I've never gone somewhere and gotten like crazy drunk. I've never gone and got super tipsy where I wasn't like aware of who I was with, what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I just can't think of how anybody will put themselves in a situation like that. So it's kind of like if I'm with you and I'm drinking like that, then I'm like saying I'm okay if this happens.
You're fine.
For me personally, yeah.
So, and that makes sense doing it from a personal level because, like, now the line is so blurred that it's really crazy to do it because you can have this happen and it blow up in your face. And you sitting in there with your cousin's suit on, looking like a deacon in a courtroom, gotta prove something you didn't think that took place. So, especially Wild Child, your opinion is more solid than ours this time because you're actively single. And you're.
I have one more thing.
Go ahead.
At no time, if the person is passed out, if you say hey, and they don't respond,
don't even continue.
Like not okay. That's for sure.
So you and a young lady that y'all go out together. Y'all get drunk. How do you determine like it's cool or it's not cool?
I personally think that is really not cool at a certain point. Like you gauge it. I kind of start asking questions and things like that. To make sure that I understand how coherent she is. Like, are you okay? What was your last drink?
You won't know even what they're drinking.
Right. If she really actually starts like stumbling and falling, we're not okay.
So she ain't even got to be passed out. If she
is
just
it okay if you're stumbling, or if you're sober? Like, does that change? Like, if you're stumbling around, does it make it more okay? Or if you're sober and you're looking at this and you're like, no way.
Well, I even still say if I'm stumbling, it's not okay. Only because of the simple fact that
you may build a child.
You may build a child. That's something that I don't want.
You're just trying to build a bear.
I'm just trying to be a bear, not a child. Like, I don't think it's okay on either party. If you find out one way or another, and you're like, oh no, I'm still gonna get this dick tonight, or you're like, oh no, I'm still get that pussy tonight. No, that's not okay. Like, check the signs, understand the signs. Or you feel like in any way, shape, or form that it's not okay in any way, shape, or form. If it's like even like a 2% chance,
just chill out.
Just go ahead and chill out.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and figure it out the next day.
I gotta see how this single stuff works, so I gotta talk to these single people. Scorpion King, how did this? First off, we ain't gonna act like he don't need a sonic boom behind.
Sonic boom!
Scorpion King.
My situation was different. I'm just gonna be done.
So you don't mind passing out, Nick?
I mean, I ain't passing out Nick. Come on.
Yeah.
But I've been in about, let's see, all different situations.
Good.
So, with that being said, I can say that, me personally, it depends on, first of all, what type of alcohol am I drinking at the time. And my partner is drinking at the time. So, then we both feel like, we get that signs and we ready to go home, go and get it in. We're finna go.
Yeah.
And get it in.
As long as she have established that that's gonna take place.
Does it make a difference if you're just meeting that person that night or if you already know that person? Like, does that change anything? Like on their drunk levels and all that stuff?
No.
So it doesn't matter?
For some, I say for some people, like if you just meet them, I mean, I'm not just gonna get you drunk and have sex with you, but I'm not gonna do that. But if I know you, we've been hanging out for quite some while, and then we already been messing around with each other, we know how we are when we drunk, either at home or out in public or whatever. Yeah.
See, that's what I wonder too. Like, cause see, that's where it's a real funny line. If you're like, we've already done it before.
Yeah.
So now we just be like, we're super drunk.
No. I still not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I am still not doing it. I am not doing it.
I'm going in beast mode.
I won't be beast mode. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
Oh my god.
And I've done it several times. I mean, cause actually, the person that I was with one time before, we go to the club, right? And we used to buy each other rounds.
Yeah.
I buy the first round, she buy the second round. Stuff like that. But what I know when she in it, when she really drunk, that after all the rounds, say we had like 4 rounds, I'm done. She'll go and get a beer.
So she got strange.
And I know what time of night it's gonna be when we get home.
So, oh my god. Yeah, I think, like, if we've been down that road before, and if we talk honestly, we can all say if we've been down that road before with somebody that afterwards we was feeling pretty good, we did go for it. But at the same time, now especially being with the line being so blurred as what's cool and what's not cool, yeah, I'm in a place that, like, and making it super clear, I ain't never done it to a corpse. If you're just out of here, no, I knew that back then. That never changed. That just is what it is. You don't, I don't even get the guys that go in the club. Like, I never, even when I was single, I never went in the club and said, hey, that girl is super drunk. That's the one I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? Watch out. Like, have you ever, like, you see the girl that's pretty much a zombie. And she just walk around looking in the clouds, and a lot of dudes think, hey, that's the one. Hey, what's your name? You seem like you have a great personality. That's some creepy shit. Like,
Bro, I don't care what, if I feel like you're at a drunk level that I should do it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You have to be, I think that's what's crazy, because we used to be at a point where it was like, if you jump out the bushes and pull that number, then that's what it was. Now it's like, you may do something that could technically be considered rape, and you don't even know that, or you don't even think that, because it's been going on so long. And like I said, what's harder for men is we was raised like this. It never was okay, but you always had somebody saying, hey, like I said, my grandpa was saying, go get those girls and take them in the bushes. Now I'm like, whoa. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like if we revisit what I said about Charlemagne, dropping stuff in people's drink and stuff like that, like, Like, it don't take, you know what? I will take the L, and I ain't gonna lie, I have taken the L. I've kicked it with a female all night long, had plenty drinks, and she either didn't seem like she know what's up, or I just, you know, me just saying, hey, I'm cool with the L. We can do this tomorrow. Or another time when you know and I know. Because I don't, you know, no dude wants to wake up the next day and the first thing you hear is what happened last night.
Right, I wasn't even able to know if I was good in them cakes tonight. I told you I got pride on that, man.
Yeah.
I can't say one situation. I just thought this one situation. I was out, you know, I wasn't drunk, but the person I was with, she was drunk, and then she actually threw up in the parking lot.
Yep.
And then afterwards, I was taking her home, and she was talking about she wanted to have sex. I said no, can't do it.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't throw up? Would you would have did it?
No. I mean, she threw up at the club, and then she turned around and threw up in the parking lot.
You didn't give her a peppermint until she
we'll
was
say one out of two. She threw up in the club,
And you need peppermints.
Keep going. I learned that somewhere.
Yeah. So let's say she threw up in the club. Would you have done it just in the club by herself? And at the end of the night, she was like, "Yeah, I want to do things. I want to do."
That's, man, it's crazy out here. Like, it's funny.
Hold on.
Go.
Sorry.
Talk to me.
If you're in a relationship and, you know, your girl goes out, you know, has a good night, she comes home and she's like out of there. She passes out. She's like, "Oh yeah, I want to do it," and stuff like that. She passes out on the bed.
Nope.
She passes out, but this is your girlfriend.
Nope.
This is your wife.
No.
Woo!
Oh.
Still not doing it.
Okay, what are you saying?
I'm firm on that.
What are you saying?
Woo!
She passed that.
She gave you the okay, then she passed out. Is your girlfriend, wife?
Oh, whoa.
Not doing it.
Like, you've been with this person 5 years, like a long time, like a substantial amount of time. She passes out.
I can't wait to answer this question.
Passed out, no sleep.
She sleep. Like, I mean, you're like, you know, cause you know, you try to take off her clothes and stuff like that, hoping maybe, I'm saying maybe she'll wake up like, hey, this is gonna wake you up.
Doing that.
You're not gonna do that?
If she passed out, she down for the
How do you know she passed out unless you try to take her clothes?
No.
If he's saying if he don't see two eyeballs,
So you just gonna leave her hanging
wide
on?
open? I see
Exactly.
Y'all, wow, that's nice.
Look,
So you want it done to you. It's like, hey, drunk, hey, passed out tonight. She still wants them cakes to be given because she already gave it okay.
I'm saying, maybe it's gonna wake me up. Maybe you're gonna, if you try to move me,
you might touch the right spot.
yeah, I'll wake up. I mean, I'm just saying.
You don't got no business touching this spot.
She admitting it over there. That's what she wants.
She over there. She said,
Kale's admitted it.
I'm passed out, but still do that 17. Still gonna do that 17.
Now she want to admit it. Everybody don't want to admit. I admit it. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not. Even if we've been together for a long time, like I had it when I was the person where I was so drunk that like the arrangements were made. There was a whole lot of talk about what all these things are going to happen. These things didn't happen, and I was told, "Oh, you was drunk." I was thinking, because I'm a dude, I'm like, well, shit, you should have just did it anyway. But, you know, in the world we live in now, like, I don't care if we is together, like, I'm cool on that because I want you to be aware. And actually, it comes for two reasons, too. One, I want you to know because I want to make sure that we're having sex that is not against the law. and I want to make sure that, like, cause I could get a sex doll if we just leave even the serious part away. I want you to participate with me. Right. I don't want to do it by myself. I don't want to do it cause I could be like, I could have did this. If we're doing it and all I hear is, I'm like, whoa, like, yeah, that's one, that's not cool. And two, I'm like, well, I was all by myself. I think they have a great, nice doll with lovely shapes that I can order on Amazon. Keep you in the clear. I'm gonna say, talk nasty to me, dog. Look, that dog.
The velvet Jugganaut had just knocked my car.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm back, baby.
And his cup on the floor.
Hey, what happened when you drank it so good? You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like that.
Yeah, by no means am I saying anybody try that.
Yeah.
So, consent, like at all times.
That's why they have that app for that. You know, we talked about this before. That they have an app to make sure you can. It's a contract.
You said that.
Yeah, like you literally.
Yeah, I remember that.
You literally click, I accept the terms, and
Right.
then. But
can we go back to the corpse thing?
yeah, talk to me.
I mean, so is it not equivalent to? Have you ever been with somebody that just didn't move? Like they were just kind of like.
They weren't
there.
participating.
Yeah, they didn't participate in any forms. They were just kind of just laid out type thing.
But she was sober?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
awake, sober.
she just doesn't participate.
She just.
Yeah, we don't do
Has
that.
that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh, they took-
Yeah, it won't.
And you just said no.
We can't do that.
That's whack, man. I hate that.
I need all the three theatrics. I need all that.
Talk to me.
I cut off with the quickness. I mean, I can't. If you can't perform, then I don't need you around my presence.
Wait. Oh, shit.
Yeah, turn that around on this.
Oh my god. No, you know what? Yeah.
I'm petty. I would have been like, I'm just gonna lay here too. So now what? Now what are we gonna do?
Everybody gonna lay here? Yeah, I've been down that road. And for all those listening and try to say, oh, you ain't doing nothing right. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're just saying people that literally, cause I've had it where there is sound effects. There just ain't nothing actually taking place. Like, as far as them doing anything. You might get a, but they're really just giving you corpse sex. I don't want no part of it. I don't only want to hear sounds. I want you to do something, throw it back at me, do something to make me think that, like,
Wrap your legs around me, girl. God damn.
hell, if it ain't real, trick me.
Open your eyes, wild child.
Hands on me.
Yeah.
You still here with us.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Here
not.
with us.
I know those ladies.
Give it up for a joint. He in the house, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so.
Yeah.
We went there.
Yeah. So,
We went there. I
so-
took it back to
some old shit. So, so, what did you do to get this lady to, to get in the groove? Or you just left her alone altogether?
No, like, real talk, like, if you ain't participating,
You out.
there's no reason for me to participate.
I had a friend told me this. I had a friend told me that he was having sex with a girl and that she wouldn't make a sound until she came. Like, the whole time, like it was literally him like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And this was going on for 35 minutes and then she go,
It makes you wonder what that. I mean, is she laying there not saying nothing at all? Something gotta be wrong.
I can't, though. I can't.
like, that's whack, man.
I need all the acoustics. I need
Acoustics.
the facial expressions. I need everything in regards to saying, hey, I need all that. I need sound effects. I need everything.
Cause you know what though? A lot of people don't know that's what gets you going too. Like,
That turn me up.
yeah. Because the moment that I'm like, okay, you feeling it? I'm feeling it more than I was feeling it. Like if I'm just like I'm cool. You don't have to be, it don't even, like I said, I don't have to be real. Like, it just make a sound, make me know that it's going down, it's finna get cranked up. It's like a little toy, you know, the little toy that you put in, and it's a snake in my boot right now. Let me get the snake out of my boot.
But
And
if we're over here making all these fake noises, then how do you know you're doing anything right?
it's gonna get real.
But it don't, just cause y'all are in there, like, doesn't mean this feels good.
True.
The noise is to say, hey, that's the spot. If you're not hearing a noise, that means that's not the spot.
But
That's not
But
the spot.
there's two styles of people. There's some people that, like I said, Now it's like what Scorpion King said. There's some people that they're like they just are faking it or it's terrible. Like, and even like you were saying, like, but then there's people that they don't make a sound. Like, there's people that's shy. Like, I don't know how you get shy about sex, but there's some people that's like, oh, I don't want to make a sound. I'm shy. And I'm like, okay, we naked. This is time to not be shy. So yeah, you want to, dudes. First off. First off,
I want neighbors to hear us.
Do you not have sex contests with your neighbor? Don't you have sex contests? Every dude have sex contests with his neighbor. If you live in an apartment, you be having sex contests with your neighbor. I do.
I bet you do.
If I'm doing it and I can hear they doing it, and I hear, oh, then I better hear, whoa, whoa. If you ain't hollering, I'm gonna start hollering. Whoa! Like, we get busy down here too. Don't think cause you at the top floor. Don't think cause you at the top floor you got me. You know, we get nasty around this motherfucker, you know.
So you OG get nasty.
I get busy, man. OJ, hey. Hey, then McDonald's gonna give me my own sandwich, you know what I'm saying?
Got it, that gangbang.
The gangbang, bro.
Oh my god.
That shit bomb too, bro.
The gangbang sandwich?
But yeah. It's like a McDouble and a spicy chicken in between it.
Is this on Pornhub.com?
No,
it's for
not.
real.
It's for real. It started off with Texas A&M.
The gangbang.
That's where it originated from.
Oh.
University. Yeah, it started there.
Check this out.
That's the only way, like, you can know, like, hey, you be like, hey, I want a gangbang, and they know exactly what you're talking about.
You heard about this too? Oh my.
I think it has mac sauce on it too. I'm not sure.
I don't know what sauce it has, but I know that it's a McDouble, like just a McDouble with a spicy chicken right in the middle of the face.
Oh.
Boy, it's amazing. Boy, it's it. I have one.
Nah.
So good.
So you telling me if I walked in McDonald's, is it like a secret McDonald's or I can go in any of them?
You can go in one, they may not know what you're talking about when you say it, but you can give it a shot. It's I don't know. Alright, I've researched it before. It's a lot of places like McDonald's. It's a place to where, like, you can order something and it's something that's real, but it's not real. It's not on the.
Oh yeah, everybody a lot of restaurants have. They even have a website for it, like where you can check all this what they call secret menus.
Yep.
So check. This is a little off topic, but I wanted to ask y'all about this.
Okay.
Now it was brought into my presence about a website called notypes.com. Is .com or? It's an app too.
Yeah.
Lenopoly, what is this? Go ahead and tell us about this website.
It's a dating website for people who don't have kids or they have kids that are older than 21 and they don't want to date someone that has kids or kids that are younger than 21.
Give it up for the cookie lady first off.
Suggested to her.
So look, if you're not fond of kids, it's the notypes.com. It's all women with no kids. So
Men, women.
I kind of want to follow them.
And women too.
I kind of want, but if
They probably on that line.
She don't want me with no kids. I can't do anything, but I would definitely like to.
They probably lying. Look, I heard somebody.
How would they lying? Like you would come over the kids like in the closet?
No, because they might be on there and they might have lost custody of the kids or something else. It might be something else, or they be like, I got kids. Well, technically I got kids, but they live at their grandma's house. But they come over on Saturdays. But I normally don't have them. But I really don't have kids. If you want to be technical, I got kids. But ChristianMingle.com. Somebody told me.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Look, dead ass. Somebody told me they were on ChristianMingle.com. They said this dude, his profile picture was him taking shots at the bar. So they was like, that's the dude for me. Cause the woman, the woman who told me she wasn't shit either. And the dude, he was trash and they both was trash. So she went on there and inboxed him. She was on her period. So he met her in a caravan in the park, like outside of the park. She told him like, hey, I'm on my period. I know this is a sex thing. He made like, oh, I'm trying to go on a date and get to know you and stuff. He was like, okay, cool. That's what I was in it for, the sex part. But he was like, I don't mind having sex on women on their period. So they end up having sex in the caravan, raw, period sex. So, so, and this is on a website called ChristianMingle.com.
First, I mean, there's other questions, but I didn't even verify that.
I think we can find out right now.
You trying to get?
Think I'm gonna go sign up. Right?
They trying to
You
be
trying to get that Shark Week?
Yeah. Are you against Shark Week? Are you down like what this man did? We don't have to get into the details of it, but do you just skip out on that week, or some dudes are with that lay a towel down life? Yeah. I'm cool on it. Yeah, I'm like,
they have a new thing that's out. It's like a, I guess like the old school diaphragm type things. I don't know what it is, but it's like a condom for us that goes in there. I'm sparing out the details that goes in there.
They've been out.
I want to know the details.
That's a female.
About everything.
No, they've been out. That's a female condom.
Yeah, it's for female. Yeah, for female. So we put it in there so then we can have sex on our period. So then nothing comes out because we put it in there to block it. You know? Like block it.
It's like when you play soccer. You know how to goalie.
Yeah.
And like that. So you can continue to reach your goal, but
you would violate it for.
Look, I'm cool on as this new term, Shark Week. I never heard this term until the past few weeks, but I've heard other terms that we don't have to discuss. But
hey, did we coin that term? I mean, you know.
I first heard it here, but I've been seeing it other places. Like, see, that's the okay. Here's a question. Yeah, I think you know what I'm about to ask you. I saw a meme, and it said it was like attention, man. Shark Week ain't National Head Week. Is Shark Week a National Head Week? It's just like I'm gonna get head all week because, and I wonder, do women think that? Oh, thank you, get head.
Yeah. I think it's better to shoot your shot 2018 though.
So when that happened, do you just be like, oh, it's head week?
I mean,
or do you just like whatever happens?
I'm always gonna whatever happens happens. Like I always say, it's not up to us, so we don't have sex. Right? In regards to Shark Week,
yeah,
it's one of those. So she could be like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna wait till I'm off, and then you get back what you get back.
You know what? I respect women like that more. Like, even like I'm so about it. Like when it's over, I still want to wait 2 more days. Like when I notice that they're not wearing certain stuff anymore, I'm just like, we're gonna wait 2 more days because I just want to get to it, and I don't want to do the let's check and all this other stuff. I just want to get to it.
Okay. So.
You know when you're in your 30s, you're not the dude that want to kiss in the mall for 2 hours. You're like, I actually want to do it. I don't want to do this. Make sure we're good. You're good. I'm good. Everybody's comfortable and freshly had their bath. Wet wipes on the corner. Blue Magic nearby, and we get right to it.
Hey, y'all, if you've ever done it, and like her period started, that was a scam. We just scammed you.
It was already going on?
We were aware it was about to start. We were just trying to get our last one in. Of course, it's about to start.
And then they try to give you credit. They be like, damn, you brought my period on. No, you didn't. That was nature.
First of all, I want to address you with your comment about the 2 days after. I thought you was one of them.
You thought I was nasty like that? That was going?
No, I thought you were one of the guys that were like, let's wait till the eggs are actually, looking to drop, so that way you ain't really having the kids. Since you said you were easy seated.
So check this out.
That's what I thought you were saying.
Hey, like Doug said about Skeeter, he's like, "What's up, Skeeter?" Yeah. Now look, how I see about the whole. I don't follow ovulation and all that shit, but I have, and I think I mentioned it before. Like one thing I do is like once I first start talking to somebody, if I plan on continuing to do it, like if it wasn't just a one-time thing, like once it happens that first time, I'm already following it. I'm not marking calendars or nothing like that. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, what do you know? It happened. I'm like, oh, it happened. I'm looking at the calendar. I'm like, oh, you one of those on the third week type of girls. So I know next month it's not going to happen on the same exact day, but I just know it's about that time. It should be happening soon. So it's kind of like get it while you can, while the getting's good. And then when it happens, they're like, you won't believe what happened. I'll be like, I know what happened. I know what happened.
The real interesting facts about they're like, hey, yeah, you gotta before the cycle is like the week before the cycle and the week after the cycle is like where you like super safe in regards to the ovulation. So yeah, if you ever want to say, hey, I kind of want to get it while they're not ovulating, it's around the time.
Wow, you just saw me something. Did you like look that up or you just know?
I know how to work.
He been on aboutthattime.com.
Yeah, you gotta I feel like every man should know the time in regards to it's like ovulation cycles are real.
Yeah.
Eggs drop around that time. And if you trying to have a less like chance to have you some future juniors in your life, then you should definitely do it a week after the cycle is done.
Oh yeah.
And a week before the cycle.
Yeah.
That's why you should track it as a
No, yeah. I have seen that.
I didn't know about that because I just thought it was a myth. I think a lot of things are myths, like dinosaurs and stuff like that. It's like a myth.
Mic drop, egg drop.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it around the time.
I read that before too, and to be honest, I believe it, but I don't believe it enough to do it. But I have had instances when, whoops, did you know you got a drop in there? And I'm like, shit. And it was around that time. And in my head, I was like, actually, it can't happen because it's about that time. But I still was sitting at the edge waiting on the phone call. I'm like, how you feel? They're like, I'm feeling sick. Which they always, quote unquote, start feeling sick because it's in their head sometimes. Sometimes it's real. But in my case, I get the call that, oh, it's all good. And I'm thinking, it was not that clear zone week. But at the same time, I'm still just like, let's not just go out there doing it on purpose. Cause you're gonna fuck with the right one and they're gonna be like, oh no, it's real. It happened. You know.
I don't know if you realize that too, at that time too, they're like the most soggy. Like women are the most soggy.
Yeah. Watch.
Their hormone level goes.
Yeah, it increases.
Level 85. Level 70.
Like it's a fun fact that even while they're on it, that's what. Yeah.
They on level 100, but they can't get it.
And you know, it affects us too. When they're on it, psychologically, it'll affect a man to want it more. Not only because you can't get what you want, but also because even though you may not want kids, it's just like in our nature, in our DNA to be like, she's most fertile right now around this time. So now you want it because your nature instinct is to reproduce. Even though personally you might be like, technically not me. I'm not trying to reproduce, but the nature of human being is to do that. So, but
all that stuff, like I said, the hormones is rocking, pheromones rocking, all that stuff is given off of her at that time. So it's only right for you to like to absorb it. Like you just like it's like a dog in heat.
I'm gonna tell you this though, low key, I really think that. I think I shoot blanks. I really watch this. I think I shoot blanks because, and I hope this is wood. I'll just knock it 2 times, and 2 times. But I have been in situations where like I did it a few times by mistake, and this is in my younger days, of course. Before I just know better, then I just start doing it all the time, and nothing ever happened. And I'll say, damn, I've been doing this. We do this every day, and I always do. I just let it off. And then one time, a time happened, she eventually miscarried, but I was like, so it is possible. Yeah. It's not impossible. It's just not very likely. So that alone made me say, yeah, it's probably not very likely. But hey, even though I am aware of that, I still don't just be like, fire, 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 you know, let it loose. Whoa, here it comes. You know, even if I get drunk and nasty, I'll be like, where that towel at? Or I might want to have a condom on, which is the case in most cases. But if I do, get me two little pumps of that natural sauce, then I go and still gonna put my hat on.
Why is it that when y'all take it out, y'all want to? We kind of covered this last time, but I didn't ask that. Like, you okay, Squirt? Why is it when y'all take it out, y'all are like, where is this gonna go? So then you put it on us. Why wouldn't you just do it on the bed?
No, cause we gotta lay in it.
Is that the answer?
I would. So
That's it.
Put it on the woman.
I feel like it's easy from the first. I'm getting straight to me one straight answer. I would give you that. I think it's an easy cleanup to where I'm like,
oh my god,
I'm putting this anywhere on your body. I can just like really like,
what's your favorite place to put it? In general, period. It could be anywhere on their body, or it could be on your pinky finger, or wherever you want.
I have to get back to that. I gotta really think about this.
We're gonna let you go first.
Can I ask a question to that question?
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Is there anywhere that she can say put it that you're just like, you're nasty?
You know what? I'm going to answer in the words of my great comedian Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
He said she could be like, put it in a fishbowl. Probably put it in a fishbowl.
You don't care. Yeah.
At that moment.
I used to have a theory, but I don't live by it no more.
Yeah.
Like, I used to say, like, you know, if it was just anybody that I'm messing with or something, and they'd be like, put it on my face, I won't mind. But I was like, if it was my girlfriend, I won't do it. But I have an update. If
Can we not update?
No, it's just it's the same theory. Yeah, I'm not beating around the bush. It's the same theory. I still won't do it in the beginning of a relationship. But, cause I'm like, oh, it's my girlfriend. After time passes and you're like, I just feel spicy. Then I'm not anti. That's all I'm saying. I'm not anti of that idea. I used to be like, I would never do that. You know what I'm saying?
If I got this thing about if she demands it,
you're gonna fulfill the request.
I'm in there, you know, I'm in the joint, you know what I'm saying? Got things Tyson, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, put it here. And I'm about to as well too. And she's like, put it right there.
You know what? That's fun. That's funny though, because even that we have to have consent. Because I've heard crazy stories about people just doing shit like they, you know, just say they getting head and they just fire off.
Right.
And then afterwards they be like, why you ain't say nothing?
Yep.
Like that, of course, that's not rape, I wouldn't say, but you might want to make sure. Like I be discussing it way before it happens. I just be like, but I do it in a sexy way. I'm not gonna just be like, you want me to do it in your shoe? Like, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I do it, but I don't do it to make it awkward. I'll just, you know, we continue to do what we're doing, but don't wait till it's like 2 seconds left. Where you want this? Cause it's whoops. You know, you can't do this.
Once it's there. You put it. It's like it's there. Okay, so you go get the towel. You come back. Do you look at it and you're like, you're nasty. I can't believe you let me do this to you.
No, I'm not. I'm actually more appreciative. Like, yeah, she nasty. she let me do this to her.
What if she's a squirter and she says, I want to put it on you? What you gonna say? I agree.
Go ahead.
You'll let her do it on you too?
There you go.
Y'all disgusting.
What if she want to put it in your eyeballs? What if she want to put it on your bottom lip?
How do you know the difference between when somebody's peeing on you and when they squirt? Like,
you just gotta treat it like a fountain. You can have your little styrofoam cup, double cup. Yeah, double cup. I will.
Have you?
Yeah.
I mean, the audience.
The jig is up. You know what I mean? Have you?
The audience would like to know.
Yeah, I have. Like, but you know what?
I'm not putting it in the cup. I'm just gonna let it happen.
I bet you this. I bet you all y'all have took a lick of y'all own. After the fact, look, you did it around somewhere there, and then you dropped on your knees and just took a lick.
Wait. No. No, I have not.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to shout outs. Who?
I was like, we stay there.
Wait a second. I think I had to save you, Velvet.
Yeah.
After, okay, you're like, where am I gonna put this at? She's like, my mouth or whatever.
You gonna kiss
Do
her?
that. There we go. She kisses you after you do
After
it.
she done did her thing?
After you done
did
done
your
your
thing.
No, I done did my thing,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And she done did her thing.
What you mean, got rid of it?
Yeah, she took it there.
Yeah.
We say she took it, she swapped it.
Okay.
Okay.
kiss it?
That's close enough.
Yeah, still residue.
Nah, see, what you was talking about.
Marilyn Manson tried to suck his own dick. Now, when you was a kid, you tried to do it.
No, I did not. Oh, that's a double negative.
We finna move on to the shout outs.
I can't say.
No, I didn't try to. Look, I ain't made it. Look, I always. Look, hold on. I always been a big boy, and I try to eat a donut by myself. That's all. I always been a big boy, and I can't get to that anyway if I wanted to. But anyway, let me take a sip of this Bacardi.
I'm gonna take a sip of this.
Yeah.
They're wilding out, bro. Talking about I had to take it out my knee or something. Like, what's wrong with you?
The first time a woman
actually done, and look, I'm gonna even say this too. I don't even tongue feel. I just kiss on the
oh, you just be like, that's boring.
No, it's not.
You said you nasty.
I am.
Well, she hold her tongue out and she say, lick your kids.
Nah, we not gonna do that.
Man, you crazy. I would.
I want to. Wait. Let's not roll over that.
Now we're gonna move on to the shout outs.
We ain't gonna steamroll that one. We ain't gonna do that.
You have to elaborate for the face.
So you saying?
I lick ass. So that, you know.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
But I'm just saying, my limit is farther. Yeah.
Well, we heard you say
Yeah.
that.
We is not into that shit.
My limit further than other people's.
So inquiring minds want to know, though.
You have to elaborate for the fans. The fans would like to know.
I got a question too. For y'all ass.
Wait,
Shit.
you gotta ask.
Yeah, ask me a question. I got a question too.
So what we heard here today is that when the semen is on the woman's specimen's tongue, you like to.
It's mine, so
It's yours.
yeah, hell.
I agree with you 1,000%. But if she was like, "Hey, come hither
Yeah.
and taste these children," and you said yes,
Yeah.
taste those children.
It's mine.
Wow.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I stand out there by myself in the battlefield, knowing that I'm gonna do it, and if it happened tonight, I'm gonna do it again. Now moving on.
Now, before you say it,
I think I know where you're going with this.
Can we go to commercial?
I agree with you, sir. In regards to the woman doing that too, it's her option.
Yeah.
So it's something that I like because it actually keeps the stimulation going.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still up to her at the end of the day. Now, if I was put in the same situation in regards to the woman, yeah, I do that. If she's gonna do it, and I take it.
Yeah.
So I do it.
You would take a
So
sip.
that's why I was saying, and vice versa, that if she does it to me, I'm still gonna do it to her.
Because a lot of
If
times,
she's having her orgasm, and I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna have mine.
because if you eat her out, she probably gonna kiss you.
And
You know what?
I said, I'll kiss her,
It go both ways.
but I'm not coming like right out with like
And
I guess it's different substances. I guess.
And I'm not saying I'm sitting here saying, hey, aim it at my face, aim my own dick at my face. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I am where that was, I'm not afraid of that. That's what I'm saying.
I was just saying, like, cause have you, like, ever, like, fingered a girl and then you come back up and, like, she, like, licked your finger or something?
Yes.
That's all the
So,
time.
How is that any different from, if we're like all in it, like let's just, so
Right.
you're saying all in it, you're all in it. Like,
So
all
I
that
agree, but I'm still not doing it. I'm just not that person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not that person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for like 98%. That's probably that 2% that I'm like,
You let her know this is where this line is way out there, but this is where it's at.
it's out there for me.
Yeah.
It's out there for me.
But that's where it's at.
But anything before that, I can consider.
The first time somebody squirted on you or squirted in your presence, however that went down, did you feel like I need to get out of here? Because what I found out, I thought that was, some people like it, some people don't. But I hear a lot of dudes are offended by that. Like they be like, "Oh, the bitch came over here and fucked my sheets up. Like, these my good sheets." Like,
What she did, just wash them. We move on.
yeah.
since y'all can't tell the difference for the audience out here, like, basically we can just go around peeing on people,
So,
and it'll be like no difference.
Look, the guys at the Pimpcast said pee on us.
Y'all none the wiser. You just like,
say, I will find out. Trust me.
After you take a sip.
Trust me, I will find out. I'm about to find out right now.
Oh, you been against you look.
I'm about to find out. I don't like to be in the dark.
Do it with the lights on. You be like, your squirt a little bit tainted colors. I don't like Mountain Dew.
I want to know about taste.
You're gonna have a salty ass night.
I know when it slide over and not whatever.
She gonna hit you with that roll gold tonight.
No, I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Just keep doing your thing, and I'm just gonna have to wash.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be talking shit in the moment. I ain't gonna need to stop what I'm doing. It's in the moment. I'm just gonna know that that's what that is, and I need to move my direction of my mouth.
We gonna stop, but tell me about your favorite time when you got caught having intercourse. Tell us more details.
Oh shoot!
it's pause right now. We ain't about to even do this with Velvet today. We ain't about to go see with no questions. Cut this. Cut all of this.
We about to get all the way real with y'all. When he actually tell me to elaborate, Wild Child to elaborate, that means he gotta go.
Ain't nobody even said you got caught doing it.
Man, right? I was like, I ain't got caught. He was like, well, tell me about the time. There is no time to talk about.
Yeah. Velvet has to take a pee break.
Oh man, yo, that is super funny though, because he gets me to elaborate. There's many of times when y'all don't know at all, and I'm in here doing my thing while he's doing his thing in the restroom. It's a little boy.
Oh my God.
No wrong with that fast pee.
Yeah, you bugging out, bro.
Hey,
You didn't even know which way to go.
Right?
look.
Yeah, alright, now you got that pee break.
Yeah, there you go.
Now we gonna get the episode started. Now, no, I'm just.
On that note.
No, let's go and look. Y'all got to know us a little bit more personal than we had assumed. So some of the things that we mentioned are finna happen for some of us. So we need to go and shut it down. And as R. Kelly would say, it seems like you're ready. And you don't gotta keep it on the download though. You can go on and let it out. Because just admit it. Because if you want to get some of that honey love, you don't gotta look at her and say, I wish. You could just let her know that she remind you of your Jeep. Yeah. And let her know you want to slow dance with her. But you better be careful what you say to me. Because it might turn around on you. Yeah. Especially, you might mess around and go, half on the babe. No, for real. The Velvet Jugganaut. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for the shout outs. You know how we do things around here. We want to do a shout out for my offspring. I want to do a shout out for the Velvet Vibes Pimpcast. All you listeners out there, you probably wonder, how did that pastor get on the microphone after this naughty episode? I want to do a little shout out for the cookie lady, Trevor Lou. A shout out for the Schman Dan. A shout out for Wadley. Put a little shout out for the Racia, the Deep Ray. Put a shout out for Deathmatic. Put a shout out for all the people in the group that know that we really rock on every flag. Put a shout out for my Velvet Vibes Pimpcast crew. Put a shout out for the volunteer movement that we got coming up. If you want to know what it is, make sure to contact us at the Velvet Vibes Pimpcast. Hit us on the inbox. You might get down with the volunteer movement. Limited spots available. So pass this shout out over to. I'll go ahead and give it to Scorpion King with put it around and go right around. Yeah, make sure that you can hit me at next call there. You can hit me at 100% velvet at gmail.com. Pass that over to the Scorpion King. Get these shout outs for you.
I can't do it with you, man.
Yo, what's wrong with him, yo?
I can't do it with you, bro.
I want to tell y'all a confession. Before, when I was a kid, I always had a thing for walkie-talkies. And I won't admit it. I always said, man, when I grow up, I don't care what job I do, but if I get to be on a walkie-talkie, it turns out it's a microphone. But I said, if I get to talk on a walkie-talkie, I once had a job that I no longer hold. The SA Wild Child, remember that I used to come on a walkie-talkie? Me and the SA Wild Child used to work together, and he could hear the walkie-talkies at night. They'll say, we're looking for the Velvet Jugganaut. Where you located? I say, I'll tell you right now. I'm over here closing the blinds, turning off the TVs, making sure we get all set. And they would say, what's wrong with that boy? Needless to say, they signed me, gave me a pink paper and told me to sign here. This ain't the place for you. But I said it's all good because you got me into podcasting and pipcasting. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it. Pass it over to the Scorpion King.
Something's really wrong with him. This cookie lady, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what you had to endure. That's gonna be my shout out right there.
Pass it over.
If y'all can see Mazzafi's face right now. Oh boy.
Who deserve one?
First of all, give a shout out to my offspring. You know, Lady Miller coming through. Velvet Vibes, Pimpcast, you know, the crew. Gotta give a shout out to the crew.
Speak to him.
Gotta give a shout out to my godson, Cookie Lady. You know, Live Podcast, Texas, San Antonio, 201 area, Houston. Give a shout out to Houston.
Yeah, David, I want to make sure there's 210.
Shout out to Austin, Dallas. El Paso, get a whole state of Texas, shout out. The whole South Side.
Hey, do the South Side.
Hey,
The South Side.
Hey.
The South Side.
I'll say all the offspring that go around the
Sunny day.
David,
I can't.
Are you drunk right now? You doing that stuttering thing?
Damn, Gina.
Definitely want to pass it back to the Scorpion King.
Give a shout out to my boy Jonathan P.
The Golden Nets.
My brother Marcus Miller.
Hey.
Holding it down in the group.
Hey.
Give a shout out to the group itself. You know, y'all give us a lot of laughs and some of
Indubitably. For real.
some of y'all just
Y'all be having me crying at work.
some of y'all just out here just want attention.
Hold on.
We're gonna leave it at that.
David, I'm gonna pass it over to
I don't want to like.
No. Let Squirt pass to you. Want to pass it to you?
Do you want to
you
vent?
Yeah, go ahead and elaborate. I was just making paper.
I mean, like I said earlier, I'm about to reopen it, cut off.
You never know when you can get cut off. It's Scorpion King. Debit over the tail right now.
I can't fool with you, man. I'm gonna pass it off. Who you pass it to? I don't fool. I can't fool with you.
Yeah, Debit over to pass it over to the right child.
Alright, cool. We gonna give on to Pastor Reverend Severone's this evening here. We gonna give these shout outs to everybody that's in somebody in this thing here. We living, loving, and living. You know how we do here. The group is the group.
Forgot to tell you that Cat Williams had stepped by.
The group is the group here, and we love y'all. Any and everything and anything that we talk about it real, and we keep it real. The cast of all casts that gets in that ass and talk all that shit in everyday life. We want to tell y'all we love ya, and that is the Pimpcast of choice. Shout out to Monopoly and her facial expression right now because she is doing any and everything to. Y'all should see her face. It is truly and genuinely amazingly funny.
We on one tonight.
We're gonna give a shout out to Hennessy because it got me doing some things that I don't do usually. So for any and everybody that's may talk to me tonight that may holler at me in text talk or any type of vibe.
Details.
We just gonna keep it real and keep it true. Anything goes at this point. But we love y'all. And we're gonna pass it on.
And that's also SAWildChild at gmail.com.
Debit over to tell you if you want to get the Scorpion King, you can always get him at Magic Mike 3205 right at the gmail.com. Debit over to pass it on right to Napoli. Tell us all about it.
Hold on, give me just a second because we're gonna address this Magic Mike situation.
How you get this name?
Been for quite some time. You know,
You're nasty. That's how you got it.
How did you earn it?
I was Magic Mike, you know how to do things with.
That's cause you're nasty.
And he know how to, like, church songs say, penny drops. So we're gonna leave it at that.
This right here's a penny dropper.
Penny dropper.
We need to bring a lie detector onto the show. That's what I'm gonna say. I think there's an app for that, right?
Yeah.
That's what we need to do on our next live. Y'all get lie detected. For fun topics.
Shit.
Everybody.
Nobody knows what it's over.
Several ones.
It's fun stuff. Nothing
Only
major.
the group knows what it's over.
Debit over to tell you right now.
We don't announce the results.
Well, we should actually, maybe she could do a live like
And then with the lie detector. It's all fun.
Strap us in a chair.
You know what? I'm down. You know, wild like that. I'm down.
It's gonna be very interesting.
I'm wild. I'm down.
I'm not gonna ask you what you did in 1995. I'm just
saying, it's gonna be very
Don't ask me what I did last week.
If I'm gonna say this, if you're not following Velvet Vibes Pimpcast on Facebook, you're really fucking up. Debit over to go ahead and pass it right to Napoli. Gonna take us to the next level with this shout out.
First of all, shout out to the state of Texas.
Real.
You know, the whole state. The original South.
That's another conversation.
But also, I just want to talk to my JY folks right now. You know, because in Houston, they're tearing down my high school.
What?
You know, yeah. It's gonna be rebuilt, it's supposed to be state of the art and all this stuff.
Oh, okay.
But
they did my high school like that too.
yeah, but it's in the middle of 3rd Ward, and you know, it's right there next to TSU, U of H.
Okay,
so
yeah,
that's Jack Gates High School in Houston. Yeah.
Scott Street. You know
yeah,
what I'm
right
saying?
there. Right there.
Debit over to tell you.
So, you know, it's memories in that building, you know? So, just everybody, class of 06, class of 05, class of 04, and 07. So, all y'all, we're gonna be alright.
You know how we get busy? You down with the 05? It's a lot of 05. Hey. With that being said, I think we can go ahead and... Oh.
Cut it short, right?
Hold on.
Cut it short. Hey, yeah, don't cut it short. You heard what you said.
Hold on. With that being said, I just heard a sound I never thought I would hear. Talk to me, Lenabity. Make sure you got a shout out.
Just family also in Houston as well. It's about to be hurricane season.
Oh,
coming.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, just be prepared this time. Like, if you need a place to stay, San Antonio.
Call Joel Osteen.
I'm here for, don't call no Joe Osteen.
Oh,
okay?
You might say
You know, I mean, we're here for you, so, you know, just pre-plan, you know, because it's coming. It's always Houston, it's always Louisiana.
There's a lot of end suites in San Antonio, I'm just saying.
Promise.
Just stuff like that. But
We may not have a home, but we can refer you somewhere.
Or, you know, there's Airbnbs.
Yeah,
they're cheap now.
Big facts.
Yeah,
That's
so
big facts.
So also family in DFW as well. Also check out the cartoon coming soon. We're working on it. The Velvet Vibes cartoon.
Whoa!
And like merchandise is coming too as well. So
whoa, plus 10.
And my email is lynopoli@gmail.com. That's LYNNEOPOLY@gmail.com.
Y'all heard what she said. That's LYNNEOPOLY@gmail.com.
As Johnny P once said, we'll do our day. Oh, sex appeal. I'm talking about sex appeal. With that being said, now we just heard about merchandise. We just heard about cartoons. We just heard about, you got it right, Velvet Vibes, Pimpcast doing shit that everybody else ain't doing. You better Miller Rock on every block. We got this shit on lock. You're gonna hear a little sound that you probably heard before.
I finally got to taste that lemon pie. It was freaking delicious. So
don't we got one more slice of sweet potato?
Yes.
It's mine.
Yeah, Deborah don't want to talk about it right now. Actually, the studio has been closed for the day. We'll see you next time. You already know what it is when you are dealing with. Talk to me, Lynn Napoli. You gonna tell me more details about the pie? Lynn Napoli? You ate the pie.
I ate the pie. But
you ate the pie?
The bun cakes. I'm waiting for those. They're coming soon. Ooh. I think in the fall or September, somewhere around that time. So I'm waiting for those. The German chocolate cake.
Oh,
the bun cake.
Hey.
Yes.
It's about to get real and trill around here.
Yes.
My sister make one of the best German chocolate cakes, so I got the food, the cookie lady German chocolate cake. I had to see what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get war in here, ain't she?
I am. I ain't gonna lie to you. My sister make a bomb German chocolate cake. So.
Vince McMahon said raw is war. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and leave you to these pads.
Now you are listening to a Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to a Pimpcast. You thought you were listening to a podcast. Now you are listening to a Pimpcast. This ain't no podcast. It's a Pimpcast on your mind. It's a Pimpcast for your mind.